Today I'm going to be talking about how to install top cupboards into a VW Crafter, but it's the same principle for any other van. We've just done it on a Transit as well, but this is for it's going in a Crafter at the moment. So this is top cupboards where the door is going to match the whole cupboard. We'll show you again in a bit a video of that. And the doors are going to sit fully inset. Now, having said fully inset, in selecting a hinge, it's an absolute nightmare. Despite us doing inset doors, we're going to be using the Blum 71B3550 soft close overlay hinge. All will become clear shortly. So that's the hinge, the 71B3550. Comes as a kit. We buy them in bulk. And they work out at about, I don't know, £5 each. Anyway, so to install the hinges with certain tools that you need a square, you can get away without one. You need a hinge jig, which is something like this. This is what we started out with, a Craig jig. It's quite inexpensive, reasonable, adjustable here for the depth of the hinge. You turn those dials and that'll move the hole in or out of the door, dependent upon your alignment requirements. However, with anything, we always suggest you don't do your first cuts and drills on your actual piece. Do some practices. So here is one that I tested this morning just to make sure that everything was working. So here's an offcut of wood. There's the hinge installed, and this is how it works. So you open the door, this is a top cupboard. So the one we did earlier here, the soft close hinges are installed. With the soft close hinges, it used to be years ago, you'd have a cassette that would go on the top with a piston and a ram that would do it. Very bulky things. These now have them inbuilt with a switch, so you can turn them on and off. So if they're both on soft close, it'll be a very slow close. You can have one on soft close, which is normal, or you can have neither of them on soft close and they'll just snap shut. Okay, so the process begins. Once you've worked out how far along your cupboard door you want them, then you can mark them out. We've decided to go for 120mm in from either side. So I'll set my square to 120mm, laid on the door like this, and then I'm going to lay some masking tape roughly at 120mm that side. Flip it over, roughly 120mm that side. Now I'm going to mark the 120mm properly. Scribing my line, same here. My line, double check the measurement. Measured twice, cut once. 120mm, both sides are the same. Now, as I was saying earlier, we've used the Craig jig before, but I've now gone on to, it was recommended by a YouTube channel called Hooked on Wood, a Dutch guy that reviews a lot of Chinese tools. And this one has come from Banggood on recommendation of Hooked on Wood. And it is quite good, actually. Aluminium castings and machinings, adjustable by inserting these threads here, these stops, and you put them in a different hole to move your hole closer and further away. It comes with the Forstner bit that actually makes the hole, and it comes with another device here that slots in, which helps you drill the holes in the right location for mounting the hinges. Okay, so here goes. It's got some central marking points here, and you align those up with your line that you've made on there. And once you've done that, pushed it against the side, snap it closed. Okay. Now this does make quite a bit of mess, so I'll end up doing this and then hoovering up in a second, because I normally have an assistant to hoover up, but he's now filming. Okay, creates quite a bit of mess. It has a collar on it here to set the depth, and it's very, very important because the Forstner bit has a little locating centre pin there, and it does leave a mark inside your cabinet. It's imperative that you check the depth so that doesn't actually come out onto your finished surface. This has all been done this morning on the test pieces, as I say. Now, before I move the jig, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the hole jig in. Now, the little peculiarity about this Banggood one here is it's got markings on it to tell you the measurements. You actually fit it into the hole upside down so you can't see the writing in the right orientation. It comes with a pilot drill bit here, and I've worked out that it's going in these 2 slots here, so just do a little hole there. It's almost just marking the surface in essence. Remove that. Remove the jig. Take the tape off. And now I can place the hinge in. Remove all of the tape. Place the hinge in with a couple of screws that come in the hinge kit. There, one soft close hinge installed. So now we're on to fitting the mounting brackets, the mounting plates, which are these that the hinges clip into. Now these have got an arrow on them. Now the arrow points to the door, so the arrow in our case points out of the van. So I've got to get that located in there. Could be anywhere that it needs to be on there. However, we've got this little jig here. Again, it's a Blum jig, 65.5800. Yeah, 5800. And it's got various holes in it for alignment, and it's got a little piece here and 3 dots where you align the line that you've marked on there at the right dimensions. So I'm going to place that on there. Press that in. Use this little self-centering drill bit here. And from there, we can drill our 5mm holes. Now, if this is in a critical position, you could wrap some tape around here to give you a depth stop. Now, I know that it doesn't matter how far back I go in there, it's perfectly adequate. And then to apply the fitting itself, check the arrows facing out. These are adjustable for left and right. If you got, that just slid there anyway. So if you got your measurements slightly wrong, these will adjust left and right. There. Okay, same for the other side now.